Hey everybody, this is Muffin with the Daily Biker Podcast. Just here to let y'all know the opinions and ideas expressed in this show are those of the hosts and their guests, not to be confused with their partners and sponsors. Now, let's get it on.
Hey guys, this is Sean from the Bikes and Beards YouTube channel, and you guys are listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You're gonna love it.
Oh, the FTR.
I don't remember that conversation. Did I leave my Coke?
You did. It's on the counter.
Shoot.
Had too much of those things. You can't remember anything anymore.
I know, right?
Forget my Coca-Cola.
Getting Coke drunk over here.
Man's always got to have his Coke.
Or Dr. Pepper.
Oh, well.
Saw an opportunity.
Somebody took it.
Hey, Bob. Meander on that way.
Come on, Bo. Come on. I am bigger than you are. We've had this fight before, Bo.
There he goes.
All right. This is a
He says you think you're bigger.
interesting 1 minute intro.
Well, I mean,
Intro 2. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Daily Biker
I
Podcast.
think that was the quietest you've ever done that.
I know.
I didn't want to blow out people's eardrums.
Why? They don't have them anymore if they've listened to any of the others. It's not the first time.
My name is Marcus. I am your clueless leader, and that voice that you hear talking right now is Daniel.
Hey there.
And the laughter you hear in the background is Miss Muffin.
Hey, y'all.
What are you fiddling with? Can we not have our episode?
Trying to figure out what the hell that was.
We want to have our cake and eat it too.
Oh.
Stephanie's going to Publix. We can go get a cake.
Okay.
So, this episode is our, I don't know if we want to call it the prelude. It is essentially a part one
Of what will happen
of
next
an episode for next week's episode.
Yes.
This is our preliminary thoughts, because on this coming Wednesday, January 18th at the 11 a.m. Eastern Time, Harley listed it as 10 Central.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they listed it 10 Central. I don't think they're on Central Time, but they might be. I don't know if Juneau Avenue is on Central Time or not.
That I don't know.
Like, I don't...
Well, I imagine they list it Central Time just so...
They might be, because Texas, part of Texas is on Central.
Yes.
So, and if you draw a line on the map,
But then again, I mean, you go about 45 minutes...
it's Central.
West is
That's
Central
what
Time.
throws us off, because we are so... You say 45 minutes west. Dude, when we ride Sup Creek,
Yeah, we go
We
into
cross
Central
the time zone.
Yeah, we go into Central
and
Time.
keep in mind, Sup Creek Road starts in the Chattanooga city limits.
I say 45 minutes at posted speed limit speeds.
In rush hour.
In rush hour.
In rush hour.
Sorry, that's the only time I know going
If
downtown.
you and I left your house right now to go to the closest point for time zone, which would probably be Sup Creek Road. I mean, we could take 24 and probably get to the time zone line faster.
Yeah.
But I don't exactly know where that time zone line comes in, because it's not at 59. I think you have to swing back around almost into...
I think it's right before 59.
I don't know. I don't think so.
It's definitely before you hit, like, the
water.
Yeah, it's right before you hit the water.
It's right before you get to Nickajack.
It's somewhere, yeah. It's
But
somewhere
between 59 and Nickajack, it's like 20 miles.
That is true. That is true.
So that's what I'm saying. I think the fastest way for us from where we're currently at
But 20 miles is pretty easy to travel when you're doing 90.
is either Sup Creek Road
Mm-hmm.
or 111. If we could get through Hickson pretty quick,
Yeah,
we could hit 27 to 111 and get that time zone pretty quick as well.
true.
But it's on that mountain.
Yeah,
It's on top of the Signal Mountain / Whitwell Mountain.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's not. No, it's Whitwell Mountain's on the other side. I don't know. We need Lewis here with our GPS directions of that side.
Well, he knows that side of the
of
the
that
mountain.
side. Yeah,
He knows the valley.
He knows the wrong side of the train tracks. So, yeah,
Everywhere
he
the
does.
light doesn't touch.
I mean, every time you like riding around with Lewis and you go down Suck Creek Road, you'd be like, I remember when I was 14 years old, my XR 175 broke down right here, and My great uncle's cousin came and picked me up on the side of the road.
That's true. That's
Jim
very
Bob
true.
used to have a tomato stand right there.
So, anyways, yeah. So back to what we were saying about the fact that I guess the Central Time Zone is huge.
Yes.
Um,
And very close to us.
and very close to us. Yeah, for anybody that doesn't live close to a time zone line, I work with people that are in the other time zone. There are many people that work in Chattanooga that are across the time zone. Heather currently works with, I know of one, but at one point in time she had like 4 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's come up quite a few times when I've been doing inspections or just even phone calls, trying to schedule things up.
Well, yeah. So
Time zone's an issue.
Well, and like
Or can be.
Waldo lives in Dunlap.
Yeah.
Which is an hour away.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're an hour behind us because of time zone.
Yep.
So I make a joke about how it takes Waldo 2 hours to get to work and 1 minute to get home. Like he's got to be at work at 9, so he leaves his house at 7. But when he leaves work at 6, he gets home at 6.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
But they function because him and his wife both work in
Most
Chattanooga.
people that live right on the border of Central function on Eastern time.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. He lives across the border, but every clock in his house, everything that they do.
Across the border.
Yes, everything that they do functions on Eastern time. They have their phones set where they don't change time zones and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I would almost believe that the city of Dunlap probably functions on Eastern time.
They have 2 clocks on the wall, one Central, one Eastern time.
Yes. It's like the old sheriff's departments where you'd walk into like the city police department and they'd have the clock for New York, the clock for London. It's like, why does it matter?
Hey,
Andy, why do you need to know what time it is in New York?
or London.
Yep.
Mayberry's burning down right now. Maybe you don't need to go to Aunt B's for lunch. Yeah. So everybody needs to know what time it is in London. Of course, it's like when you get an iPhone. I know you're not an iPhone person,
No.
but when you get an iPhone, one of the things that they have programmed on the clocks when you go in there is what time it is in Capicupo or whatever that the name of that town is that Apple is in California.
Caparino.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't pay attention to California.
Yeah.
I know one thing about California.
Ben lives there.
Ben lives in San Jose and sent me a t-shirt. That's all I know about California.
Well, there you go.
Oh, I know 2 things. Apparently, like, if you believe in, I don't want to say if you believe in the end times, because I think most people, whether you're religious or not, believe at some point in time that the world will come to an end. But for those people that think, oh, the prophecies are coming to real right now, California's about to vanish off the face of the earth, I guess.
I mean,
Well, it just got hit by a big storm.
They did.
And apparently there's 2 large storms in the Pacific Ocean.
Didn't they have an earthquake recently?
Maybe so. There's also 2 large storms apparently in the Pacific Ocean or something. What I say, living in the Southeast, is welcome to fall in the South.
Yeah,
where every other week we have a hurricane.
Well, I mean, you look at the weather for next week, it's going to be all rain.
Well, I mean, legitimately, I get that they're freaking out, but last fall, they were like, this is a weird season because we don't have a lot of hurricanes. All we had was 5 hurricanes hit land.
We didn't have a lot of hurricanes, just 5.
Just 5.
Yeah, it was like, what do you mean? Like, and not all of them hit the U.S. Some of them hit Mexico. Some of them hit the Bahamas and the Caribbean to fizzle out. And some of them just kind of skirt the coast and stuff like that. But
we still got affected by that.
From probably, we get rain from it and sometimes some pretty good wind gusts and stuff like that. But also all that affects with the cold air coming down and creates really bad thunderstorms in our area. And tornadoes, which we dealt with a couple of days ago. Fortunately,
we got lucky.
In Chattanooga, got lucky. When I say that, some people that live in this area might go, you're 2 hours north of where it was. Okay, well, 20 minutes north of us in Meigs County, pretty sure they got hit by a tornado. Some people were saying it's downburst, but aluminum siding wrapped around telephone poles and like it's a ribbon. I don't think it's downburst.
I mean, it can be, but
I think
neither of us are meteorologists.
No, you're absolutely correct. But there was also stuff happening here in Chattanooga. There was the facade of one of the buildings on Main Street. Now, it was not secured facade. I think it was in the process. I think they were in the process of tearing it down anyways.
They were in the process of renovating the facility.
But they had teared down the other 2 walls.
Look, labor is hard to find right now, and people to do demolition, that type of work, you have to be slightly skilled because they weren't taking down the entire building.
I think they were trying to save the facade.
I think they just wanted the whole thing to collapse and collect the insurance money.
Well, and maybe the owner of it is whose car that was that the facade fell on, but
sued himself. Sued his own business.
But no, I think because that's an old building.
Yeah.
I think they were trying to save that brick facade.
They were, because that's the styling of all the new development in Chattanooga.
I guarantee what's going to happen though
and just fix
is that cleanup is not just going to be a backhoe scooping everything up.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee they went out there and they picked all that stuff up by hand, and every brick that was reusable they kept.
It's going to depend on...
You're talking about 100-year-old brick.
Oh, no, I understand that, but you also have
if not older.
You also have to remember a lot of the things that are in those type of buildings are asbestos related.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm talking about just the bricks for the facade.
Well, yes. So that's the thing. A lot of the backing for those bricks that they put up at the time was asbestos.
Yeah. They have cleaning processes and stuff
they do,
now.
But they were going to avoid those cleaning processes.
Oh, yeah. Now they have to spend more money.
Now they have to spend a lot more money.
Yeah, they have to spend a lot more money. But
I mean, typical remediation's a couple $100,000.
That's your department, not mine. My
Sorry.
department is,
wait a minute. We're getting off topic here.
My department is motorcycles. Let's talk about that.
Go down the rabbit hole.
So, like we said, this coming Wednesday, for anybody that's listening to this podcast within the first 2 days that it comes out, you might be confused by say this coming Wednesday. So when I say that, I mean January 18th, 2023, Harley-Davidson is having their 2023 launch model party, which will consist of models that are not carryovers.
Yeah.
Last week we talked about some carryover models. We won't really go into details about those. So if you're not sure when you listen to this episode, if you hadn't listened last week and you're going, what's carryover? Listen to last week's episode.
Yep.
Because you need to do your own research, man.
And if you haven't noticed, on our Facebook page, we did post a few pictures of the carryover colors, the new colors that are being put out.
I'm glad that got done on Facebook because I didn't do it on Instagram like I said I would.
It's all good. I got you covered.
I need to get you access to the Instagram.
Look, I barely do the Facebook.
You do a great job of it, though, sir. A great job of it. My notebook is coming apart. What did you do to my notebook? I left it here for 1 day.
It's literally been sitting on the table here. I haven't touched it.
I left it here for 1 day.
I'm going to start spitting on it.
There's a ghost.
I may actually have a ghost in here. I mean, look, I've got a bunch of old things that probably have ghosts.
I mean...
Okay. Anyways, so one of the big things that I'm hoping to see is more Rev Max motorcycles.
I 100% agree with you.
We'll get more into detail about exactly what we're wanting to see from Rev Max in a minute.
Okay.
But that's just kind of, putting it out there as a blanket statement. I want to see more Rev Max motorcycles. What they are, like I said, we can get to those things because I've got some things I want to kind of quickly touch base on. But yeah, just blanket statement. More Rev Max.
I agree, and I think a lot of people would agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, smart people will agree with you.
I think our listeners.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm going to say most of our listeners, those that listen to us because they just want to be jerks. Yeah. But most of our listeners, even the people, don't get me wrong, I have a Street Glide with an M8, and I love my Street Glide, and I don't want to see that motorcycle go away, but I do love the Pan America and the Sportster S and stuff like that, and I want to see more Rev Max. I think that's a really good platform, especially with what some of the other manufacturers are doing currently, including one of the only other American manufacturers right now, what they're doing. But
wait, there's another American manufacturer?
Yeah, Native American manufacturer.
Oh. Don't talk about the wigwam like that.
No. To our indigenous friends, it's just a joke. I've got friends that are indigenous. They would probably thought that was freaking hilarious. because it's like, yeah. Anyways, so I want to see more use out of the 114/117. Now I wrote it down that way, 114/117, because for those that might be listening, our friend in Ohio that's learning more, that's currently working at a Harley dealership. In case you hadn't figured that out yet, for anybody that doesn't know, a 114 and a 117 are the same engine. The difference between the 114 and 117 is literally your displacement. That being said, a 107 and a 114/117 are not. You have your crank pin position sensor on your crankshaft, your crank pin position on your crankshaft is in a different location. That's why you can't take 114 pistons, shove them on a 107. They will tap the valves.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. It's a different crank for a 107. 114, 117 run the same crank. It's literally just your size inside there, your combustion chamber size.
In the full-size bike range, what is the small? Is it a 103?
No, current production. 107.
107. Okay, so
107 is the smallest M8 that Harley Davidson manufactures. The largest M8 that Harley manufactures, obviously, as we know right now, being a 131. That was the thing I was going to say. I would like to see, first of all, a bigger engine than a 131 because there's a lot of aftermarket that's making larger engines than 131. I would also like to see that 131 get shoved into CVOs.
Yeah, I agree.
We said that last year. I think it needs to happen.
I don't understand why they wouldn't at this point.
I mean, people are going to go, it's going to add 10 grand. No. You take your bike right now to a dealership and buy a crate engine and have it installed. You just paid 10 grand. From the factory, I cut that price in half.
Yeah.
They could shove a 131 in a CVO, at most add $5,000 to the price tag.
Yeah, which it's an engine that they produce already. It's not like they're designing something special.
Well,
and I think that would set the CVO apart.
Well, and the thing is, correct. And the thing is with the way business works for anybody that doesn't see behind the books, you see behind the books, you're taking away the cost of the current engine. Yeah. So you can deduct that from the cost of the new engine. I've tried to explain this to people that I thought understood that and still wanted to argue with me that it would cost 10 grand. And
in all honesty, you could probably look at the 117 and the 131 and production costs are almost going to be identical. Might be a little bit more for the 131.
A crate engine, I think if you were to order them out of the book, might be $1,000 difference. Maybe.
Yeah. So
I don't know.
And
I know the price of a 131. I know the price of a 107. So that's why I'm saying. And those
at that point you're almost
that far apart.
That's going to be something that's going to get lost in the rounding for price.
Well, that's where I've been on the statement. I don't think we've had this conversation, but if I decide, because I'm at a 107 stage 2, I love the power of my motorcycle. If I decide that I want more, I'm going to buy a 131 crate engine.
Yeah.
And I'll do with that.
Because with the 107, you can go up to like a 126 or 124. Was
so
that what it was?
From Harley Davidson?
Sure.
129.
129.
So 129/131 are the same engine. Your difference is with that crank pin position.
Okay.
You get a larger combustion chamber.
Okay.
And that's where, like, if you have a 114, it gives you a 131 kit.
Makes sense.
If you have a 117, it also gives you a 131. But if you have a 107, it only gives you a 129.
Got it. Okay. That makes sense.
Or 128. I can't remember now.
It's in the 20s.
Yeah, but there's so many engines out there right now.
There's so many companies that manufacture.
Yeah, because S&S just came out. They have up to a 132, but there's companies that you can do engine builds using factory blocks up to, I think, like 147 and stuff like that. Yeah. There was a 151, but I think that was using a non-factory block.
I'd imagine when you get to that point, it's going to be a lot of custom.
Yeah. Well, but that's the thing about it. So S&S made a 100 cubic inch Sportster motor. Mm-hmm. Dude, the biggest Sportster was a 1200.
Yeah.
Okay. 100 cubic inches. Dude, that's like a 1700 Sportster motor. But that was a full crate engine.
I bet that was a sporty Sportster. It was probably still for women, though.
Yeah, it's still a girl. It's a Sportster. It's a girl's bike.
It's a girl's bike for beginners, people that don't know how to ride.
Yeah. I don't know why anybody would ever buy a Sportster unless it's for the fact of Peter, going back and looking at text messages from Peter and stuff like that. It was a lot less expensive for him because those European countries had that where they're like, hey, congratulations on this. By the way, you owe us 80% of the value in taxes.
Yeah.
He told me in a text that, mind-blowing, I think it was $124,000 for a CVO bagger.
Good Lord.
That's U.S. money.
That's like $70,000, $80,000 overpriced. That was a joke.
Well, let's see. When I say 124, I'll give you 80. I'll give you 80. About 44.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I don't sell, so I don't know the prices on new motorcycles.
Yeah.
I know the prices when it's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Like with the STs, like they hit the market. I think their MSRP was like $29,995 or $999 or something.
Yeah, but that was a whole brand new bike, and that
was the big push on it. It was like, hey, this is a performance bagger for less than $30,000.
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing when
you couldn't build it for that price.
Right. The same thing when they came out with the FLHT Electroglide standard. I came back out with it, I should say. It was, hey, here's a bagger for under $20,000. So that's when I go, oh yeah, I know what the value is. I don't know. I think I'd say CVOs probably run somewhere between 35 and 45.
Yeah, I'd say, just walking around the showroom, that seems to be about the range, depending on what it is. And
well, I've seen used CVOs.
Yeah.
And I kind of have an idea of what those sell for.
Yeah.
But, like, we don't badge up new motorcycles. We badge up pre-owned motorcycles. So I don't, I don't know. I would have to literally ask a salesman, go, how much does this cost? Like Pan Americas? I know the cost on Pan Americas.
Because you're interested in a Pan America. That's a whole different...
That's a conversation that happens every single day.
Yes.
So let's not go down that road because we have something...
Not today.
We have something that not only we have never seen, but probably most of the dealers have never seen before.
Okay.
At the dealership when it comes to Pan Americas.
What is that?
A non-S model. We have a base model Pan America at the shop right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, it's black.
Damn it. Well, you got rid of my favorite color.
So, Sean, there's basically one thing stopping Sean from trading his Pan America for that base model Pan America. No joke. I'm not kidding you.
Why?
Is the adjustable ride height suspension and all that other stuff fantastic on a Pan America? Absolutely it is. But when you are truly riding off-road, you know what you don't want?
Any of that electronics.
Correct.
That's true.
So this bike, full manual adjustment on suspensions.
See, that's nice.
Which means you actually have better adjustability because with the ride control and all that
I'm
other stuff.
I'm assuming it has
Harley,
presets that you can do, and you can't
it's like top of the fork, nut and screwdriver.
I meant with the
dampening and preload and stuff like that.
Computer control stuff. You have like A, B, C, and D. That's all.
Oh no, I don't think.
Oh really?
I think it's like ride height on, ride height off.
Oh wow.
That's what I'm saying. You have a lot of adjustability that comes with that base model.
He really just needs a KLR 650.
So that being said, Sean is purchasing a second motorcycle.
Okay.
I'm hoping that Sean has his new motorcycle by March Moto Madness, what happens at the end of March, because I will either be on Sean's new motorcycle.
Is it going to be a TW200?
No. I will either be on Sean's motorcycle or I've already made the arrangements to borrow Lewis's DRZ 400. So I will be on one of those two bikes.
Off-road Grom?
So, but Sean is purchasing what is one of my favorite motorcycles on the market right now. We've talked about this. Nope. We have talked about this. I don't know if I've told you what it is that Sean's
No, you
looking
haven't
at.
told me.
We've talked about this 1,000 times. Me and you have talked about this 1,000 times, and me and AJ have talked about this 1,000 times.
Okay.
CRF 450RL.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, like I've already like hated up a build list. I was like, this is what we're doing to it.
This is what we're doing
like
to
I'm-
our
We're doing
motor.
to it.
Yeah.
This is communist Russia. This is not your motorcycle. This is our motorcycle.
I'm like, I had AJ on the phone going through stuff to do to it. I always sent him videos about, hey, check this out. Yeah, I really want to see. We've had those conversations a lot, not on air, but I really like. I'm a fan of Honda. I think Honda builds great motorcycles. I think the 1100T is one of the dumbest things that they've ever done. But,
Jeez.
but I
It
do.
looks so bad.
Yes, it does. It does.
I love Honda. I will fight
It's like
for them to the
somebody
end.
had a Rebel, and their buddy next door had a Sport Glide. And
then
they go, how can I build a Sport Glide out of my Rebel?
And then they bought
Lord.
like a JMP Cycles magazine, and we're gonna buy all the parts. None of them fit, but we're gonna put them on anyway.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that APC sticker. It's got to be on the bike somewhere. So, yeah. No, like I said, I'm a big fan of Honda. My two go-to brands are Harley-Davidson and Honda. I think for me, it's because not only do I think they both make good motorcycles, I think they both made, in their own way, bold statements in motorcycling history.
Well, both Harley and Honda are leaders in their specific fields.
Harley being this year,
Yeah.
120-year-old motorcycle company.
Correct.
Continuously ran 120-year-old motorcycle company. Continuously ran for the past 120 years.
I don't know who that was directed to.
I don't know either.
Honda being the company that took and brought motorcycles to kind of the mainstream public.
Yes.
And then that being said too, I'm also a huge Yoshimura fan because Yoshimura kind of did that with the aftermarket part scene for Japanese motorcycles.
Yeah.
So just like I'm a fan of S&S when it comes to Harley Davidson because they've been one of the biggest proponents in manufacturing aftermarket parts. Not saying that I don't like other companies.
Yep.
I have a thing for that. I'm a history fan, and all of those companies have really rich history, so that's why I really like them and appreciate them.
Yeah. So back to Wednesday.
Yeah.
We've gone on tangents already today.
Rabbit holes.
We need to.
Some people like our tangents. Well, I've got messages saying that people like our tangents.
Well, look, guys. None of this is scripted. It's literally just us.
I have show notes. And the last thing I said was 131 factory use. And that is the fourth line down on this whole page.
Oh, my.
And we
We have gone off the rails.
We're almost 30 minutes in.
But that's why you love us.
So, okay. So back to those blanket statements being made. More Rev Max, more use of 114, 117. I would almost like to see them ditch the 107 and send everything to be
a 114
or 117. Maybe make specials 117s and standard model be 114, which isn't too far-fetched because they've done that in the past, you know.
Well, they've sort of been doing
Well, when they
that.
first came out with the twin cam,
Yeah.
they were 88s.
Yeah.
And it became a 96.
Mm-hmm.
Then it became a 103, and CVOs had 110s.
Yeah.
Now, they did sell the Ultimate Mac Daddy engine at that time, too, which was the 120R crate engine, not putting anything. And that could be the kind of the same realm they're trying to keep the 131 in.
Yeah.
But I still think the 131 needs to be in a CVO. And that being said, I also think STs need to get up with 131. If you're trying to make a factory performance motorcycle.
All of the STs come with the 117, right?
Come with the
correct.
117.
You can't get it with
Yeah,
the
but I'm saying put 117s in specials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think
114s in regular models, 117s in specials, 131s in STs and CVOs. STs are different than CVOs, but they're still specialty motorcycles.
I will agree with that. And this is a conversation that me and you have had about the CVOs in the past. the CVOs are great. I think that they need to be something that you can't get in other bikes.
But the engine spec though, I think would be fine because the reason I say that, when they switched from twin cam to M8, 110s were what were in CVOs.
Yeah.
The only other thing that came with a factory 110 was the Lowrider S.
Okay, so they did put it in another
and a Softail Slim S. And there might have been one other motorcycle that I know of, but the only ones I ever see are Softail Slim S
yeah.
and a Lowrider S. You didn't get a 110 in a Street Glide.
Yeah. Well, I get
only got the 110 in those models. And the Dyna Lowrider S and the Softail Slim S were supposed to be the quote-unquote like performance bikes. Now we have the STs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I can understand that. I thought. I guess, the way that I would view it is, if I were creating the hierarchy of bikes, I want the CVOs to be something that is not available in any other bike other than just appearance.
Keep in mind, and I have this wrote down here. You got the Icon models too.
Yeah.
So there's so much going on. I think CVOs still being awesome. I think there's other things that they can go back and do the CVOs that they did in previous generations to set them apart.
Yeah.
While still sharing the same engine as the STs. While if put the 131 in the STs, put the 131 in the CVOs. There's other stuff you can do with the CVO to set it apart, make it different.
Okay. Yeah.
Do diamond cuts on the engines, on the jugs. Color matched frames.
Yeah.
Those types of things. Harley Davidson, everybody's like, they came out with a bike, everybody's like, oh, Harley Davidson did inverted front suspension. Harley Davidson did inverted front suspension in 2007 on a Dyna CVO.
Yeah. They also had it on the, a couple of the Sportster models too, didn't they? The inverted.
Yeah, the XR 1200.
The XR 1200.
So,
that's what I was thinking of.
But that's what I'm saying. There's things that they can do, if you go back to the mid 2000s and earlier, CVOs, which at that point in time we don't call them CVOs, we call them Screaming Eagle bikes, because that's what it is. It's a showcase bike to show all these Screaming Eagle products, that Screaming Eagle exhaust and engine components and all this other stuff, and then they'd have all this different trim and everything, and now it's almost become, hey, the CVO model this year has the Kahuna collection on it. Yeah. You can buy the Kahuna collection over here because you don't want to buy CVO.
But that's kind of what I was saying.
That tarnishes it to me.
Yeah, and that's I like the idea of the CVO being something special that you can't just get on any other bike.
Correct.
But I mean, if
the engine being not killing the engine for me, I agree 100% wholeheartedly.
So that's where I'm at.
Wholeheartedly. Special paint job, special badges, special seats, color matched frame, different wheels, the whole bike being something that you can't buy off the shelf. There used to be a point in time with CVO and Screaming Eagle bikes that there was such an exclusivity, and they still do this with certain things, but there was such an exclusivity that you couldn't buy parts.
Yeah.
Everything was VIN locked. It was one for one. We'd have people come in when I worked at the dealership back in the early 2000s that would have a wrecked Screaming Eagle bike, and it'd be like, hey, this gas tank's messed up. You could not order it. You had to call Harley Davidson. You had to send them pictures. They would then send you a box to send that tank back before they would ever send you a replacement gas tank.
And I think that's how it should be for those.
It was literally, they had it locked down.
Yeah. Because I think, we've gotten to a point now where the models of the bikes, you can buy everything that makes a CVO, and the value proposition it's getting closer.
Yeah, now it's still going to cost you more to build a CVO than it is to buy a CVO.
Yes, if you want everything.
But it's literally like, it's frustrating because I see where they were. Mm-hmm. I think that's the biggest thing that's frustrating for me. I like CVOs, don't get me wrong. Yeah. I've already told Heather if I could, I'd go buy I'd buy like a CVO Ultra Limited.
I think the lottery is like $35 million right now.
So I'd buy a CVO Ultra Limited.
Blow the whole budget.
And I would literally put a more comfortable set of handlebars on it for me and not do another thing to it. Right. That would literally be our touring bike.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're talking Alcantara seats. Well, at least last year they had Alcantara seats.
And then it would compete with the Goldwing.
Heated, but like heated grips and heated seats.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
You know, awesome paint job. And, you know, hey, this is a CVO from this year. They are numbered. Harley tainted the market at one point in time with CVOs. They're trying to draw that back. And I think doing those things is one of the things that they could do.
I think definitely putting the 131 in the CVO would be a big draw to the CVO.
But, like I said, I think STs need 131s.
Yeah.
I think they need Olin's reservoir shocks from the factory on the rear.
Yeah. I think that.
If they don't do anything to the front, they at least need the Olin's reservoir shocks from the factory on the rear.
I think the brakes also need to be. I know they're made by Brembo. I think they need to be branded Brembo.
Oh yeah.
That wouldn't be bad. That wouldn't be bad.
I don't think it's a bad thing because most people look at Harley Davidson brakes. They're Harley Davidson.
What's the greatest
made by
thing?
Brembo.
What's the greatest thing about that is I can actually order a set of Brembo calipers.
Yeah.
That bolt right onto mine.
Mm-hmm.
That just say Brembo. Like I don't have to do anything.
Because I think, at least for the ST, because we're talking about a performance
factory performance motorcycle.
Okay. You know what? Instead of it having the Harley Davidson logo, which is fine. I have no problem with that. The Brembo logo looks performance.
Oh, yeah.
People associate it. You know, mentally you see that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, how many car companies advertise, Brembo 6-piston calipers?
Except that's just what they're putting on.
It's like
the regular car.
It's like this Porsche 911 GT3 RS has Brembo 6-piston calipers. It's like, cool. My Cayman has Brembo 6-piston calipers. I don't have a Cayman. I'm making a statement.
I was about to say,
they just say Porsche.
No.
Heather, there's a lot that you don't know about Marcus when he comes over here. He has me and him have a warehouse hidden in the woods.
Right?
Yeah, that's where Hank was. He would have been cleaning cars for us.
Yeah.
So, all right. Now moving back to kind of covering the blanket statement. The RevMax stuff. You know, Pan America 975.
Yep.
It's been a point of contention. It's been a point of conversation. I would love to see it. I don't think we're going to right now.
Unfortunately, you're probably right. Even though the engine is available, they have it. It's there.
I think we'll see another Sportster model.
Yeah.
With the RevMax.
Well, isn't that just the Nightster?
I'm talking about besides the Nightster. Besides the Sportster S.
Yeah.
Besides the Nightster. Both those are still here.
Yeah.
Besides those,
they need something to compete with the FTR.
We'll see. I don't think we'll see that, but hang on, we'll get there. I think we'll see another, maybe it's like a Nightster with a 1250 or something.
Yeah.
We'll see another,
we'll see
another RevMax Cruiser before we see a Pan America.
Now, I will say the RevMax engine, we've both ridden the Sportster S, you've ridden the Pan America.
And I've ridden the Nightster through a parking lot.
The 1250 engine that's in the Sportster S and the Pan America is a great engine.
Yes.
In the Sportster, it's quick, it's got a lot of power, it does everything that you want it to do. Just the package of the Sportster S is not conducive to our heights.
Yes.
So I would actually, I would like to see that in a more traditional cruiser. I'm just using cruiser as a term.
Yeah, almost make a Nightster in a 1250.
Exactly. I think that would be a great platform for it. I think that would be a great introduction to a lot of people that are afraid of the new engine.
Yeah.
And that are used to the M8s.
Yeah. But I'm also hoping to see more Nightsters.
Yes.
Well, I saw a couple of them.
Mm-hmm. Because you guys only had like 3 or 4 come through the dealership,
maybe,
if that.
Maybe. And if we get more out there, though, I think it'll open up more people's eyes to it.
Yeah.
But would I love to see the Bronx?
It's going to have a different name, like we discussed.
Absolutely. But the question now that I've recently, since I've had time to kind of sit and think about it, will it even happen? They put it on the back burner so much, I don't even know if they even are going to do it at all. Because that was going to be like one of the flagship bikes.
Yeah.
And I think they should have brought out the Bronx almost should have been the first one they came out with at the same time they brought out the Livewire.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I think that's a section of the market that Harley is not necessarily tapped into.
But there's your FTR competitor.
And that's what I want. Because I like the FTR.
And that's the thing. And that's what we were talking earlier when I said other American manufacturers, you know, they came out with a redesign on the FTR that is they already had, essentially, but it lacked some things. Some of the things that it lacked, they have upgraded on for 2023.
Yeah.
And they're making a very much more of a Street Fighter-esque FTR.
Yeah, they have definitely refined the FTR at this point. You know, I think they've got 4 or 5 different models of the FTR, depending on, you know, which...
And there's guys that the classes that the FTR races in, there are guys that are racing Pan Americas in those classes.
Yeah.
They're stripping down Pan Americas, they're building Super Hooligan Pan Americas, essentially, and racing.
But what that shows you is that all the pieces are there.
There's a market for it.
You know, it just needs to be done. And
the thing about it is, although there's a market there for it, is the market large enough?
Potentially. It depends on what price point they come in.
So
because you get performance V-twin bikes that are set up as like a Street Fighter style. You're now you're not just competing with Indy. You're competing with
get the price where it needs
Ducati.
to be.
You're competing with MV Agusta.
I don't think they can get the price where it needs to be there.
And
I think that's the problem.
Yeah.
Because I think if they could get the price right, it would already be out.
Yeah, and you're probably right.
Because, like I said, the market is one factor, but the people that are in the market, if you come out with that bike and it's priced at even at 17 or 18, you've just lost that market. You just lost the handful of people that were already your market.
Because at that point, at 17 or 18, they're going to look at a Ducati, or they're going to look at something maybe a
that
couple,
has more heritage in that.
More heritage to it, that they're not just the test group of people.
Yeah.
But if they come out with a bike like that and it's 14, 15, you've got
12 and a half to 14 is where I think it needs to be.
I'm going to say even 15 if you're talking top of the line, you get everything, you know.
Yeah.
That's the limit.
15 for an S.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, don't call it Bronx.
Yeah, it's got to have a different name.
XR. Whether you want to call it the XR 975 or the XR 1250, whichever
I think that'd be
engine
cool.
platform you put in it. So I have it wrote down, and it's not necessarily wrote the way it's. I mean it, but I have it as rebranding for 2023. It's not rebranding. It's the logo usage. So if anybody that's been on Harley Davidson websites, Facebook, Instagram, social media, anything like that, they've already seen the barn shield with the 120 after it.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be the logo usage for the year.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's like eventually I'll get a packet at work. It'll be our POP. Anybody that's in marketing understands what POP is, but I'll get a POP and it'll have all, my little window clings from Harley Davidson. It's like, hey, check out Harley Financial. And it has the barn shield on it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get a new one, so it'll have the barn shield 120.
Okay. Do you think that logo is going to be on the?
I don't think. I think there'll
on
be
the
some
anniversary bikes. That's what I was
well, and right after that, I have 120 anniversary. So I think the bikes obviously say 120.
Yeah, well, all the anniversary bikes have said the year.
But I don't know if they'll use the same as that standard logo design. I think they might come up with their own. Which
would be good.
Right. In 2018, when they did the 115 years, the 115-year anniversary stuff, some of it had the eagle.
Yeah.
But the bikes, it was definitely an eagle, whether it was the badge or whether it was the bike that had it painted on it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I mean, it would be interesting, but I don't know how well that would look. The badge with the big 120 on it.
But I mean, for the anniversary bikes, a lot of people don't ride the anniversary bikes. They buy them because they're special editions.
Yeah.
I wanted to buy a 2003.
So that would have been
It would have been a 100-year bike.
Yeah.
Screaming Eagle Road King. And I was going to build me like a complete custom like performance bagger Road King out of an 03.
Because the 100 year, that was like the blue and silver.
No, the one I'm talking about
that's
is
the 105.
The one I'm talking about is gold with the tiger stripes.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So, but anyways.
Look, I'm trying to do Harley knowledge here. This is hard for me.
So they're, like I said, they're doing this rebranding thing. So there'll be some stuff that you see change on that. Obviously, the barn shield's still there. Obviously, the name is still there. All the iconic logos are still there. But
Davidson Harley.
There is some stuff.
By Honda.
No. Harley comes first, man. He built the motor.
That is true.
The Davidsons just sold the motor and created a factory and ran it and helped produce money. And
they really didn't do that much.
Yeah, they weren't that involved.
No.
I mean, it was really all Harley.
I don't even know why they have the Davidson back there.
I mean, yeah, they didn't do much, including still being involved with the company. Including the grandson, one of the grandsons being one of the most well-known people in the Harley Davidson industry. They didn't do much.
No.
Harley.
Yeah.
Harley. Anyway, which bikes, I don't think you're going to see, not every model. I don't think you'll see every model in an anniversary package.
No.
What models do you think they should make in anniversary packages? I had a customer ask me this already. What do I think we'll see in an anniversary? I told them, I think you'll see every bagger.
Yeah, most likely.
Now, you'll have a Road King in an anniversary
That's
package.
what I was going to say. Number one's going to be a Road King.
You'll have a Street Glide and a Road Glide in your anniversary package. Not necessarily a Road Glide ST or a Street Glide ST, but just a Street Glide anniversary, a Road Glide anniversary, a Road King anniversary. Yeah. You'll have a Road Glide Ultra Limited anniversary, a Electric Glide Ultra Limited anniversary, possibly a Tri-Glide anniversary bike.
Yeah. What about a Heritage Softail?
But that's the thing.
I would like to see one of those.
They've done Heritages lots in the past.
But I feel like the Heritage just kind of gets overshadowed by the Road King in that.
But that's why I think you'll see the Heritage.
Yeah.
I think you will see a Heritage anniversary.
Yeah.
I think you'll see a Fat Boy anniversary package.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time they've done a Heritage Fat Boy.
So no. I'm talking about.
Sorry, an anniversary Fat Boy.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I think we'll see the
Heritage Fat Boy. That's a new model.
I think we'll see Fat Boy anniversary.
Yeah.
Heritage anniversary. All the baggers.
Yeah.
And anniversaries.
What
I don't think we're going to see a Sportster S or a Pan America anniversary.
No, I don't see that.
I think we might see a Nightster anniversary.
I don't think so.
You don't think they'll put an anniversary on a Rev Max?
I don't think they're going to put an anniversary on the Rev Max.
They might not.
Unless they're going to come out with a brand new Rev Max bike to do an anniversary with. Yeah. I don't think they're going to.
But I can see a Nightster getting the anniversary treatment.
If they come out with a Nightster 1250, they'll give it the anniversary treatment.
I can see it in a 975 because the Nightster still has that iconic look.
Yeah. But see, they never gave the Street 750 a heritage or a anniversary.
I don't think we had it in 2018. Which was the last anniversary.
When was the Street 750? Because that was pre 2018.
I don't know.
They've had this.
When did your dog crap in the yard? I don't know. Okay.
I don't think it's going to come out on a Rev Max bike.
Okay.
Probably not.
What other Softails would we see it on? And keep in mind, in 2018, they did have the anniversary Sportster.
They've done anniversary. Well, they're getting rid of the
We no longer have an XL Sportster.
Yeah, there's no XL Sportster.
So that's what I'm saying.
So it's just Sportster S.
Anyways, that being said, we'll find out.
Yeah, I mean,
what other bikes do you think they'll put it on? A Lowrider S or a Fat Bob or a Street Bob or
they're going to put it on a Fat Boy because they've done that in the past.
Well, yeah, we discussed. They'll put it on a Fat Boy. They'll put it on a Heritage. They'll put it on every bagger trim. I'm going to make a prediction now.
Okay. Just know it is January 15th. He has not seen anything yet.
They will come out with something. We will see another soft tail
Okay.
that they will put anniversary badge on.
So a completely new line of Softail.
No. I think we'll see a resurrection.
Okay.
And I say that because of some stuff that I've seen from foreign market stuff.
Yeah.
Now, I want to put this out. The only thing I have seen from YouTubers and social media influencers that are doing this same research in the States, we don't know Jack.
Mm-mm.
We don't know Jack. Okay?
They haven't given us anything.
But there are several motorcycle magazines and several YouTubers that have cited articles that were put out from Australia and Canada about Euro spec models.
Okay.
One of the bikes that's on that list is a bike that I could see them doing an anniversary package on. Now, that being said, I don't know if we're getting that bike.
What bike?
It's a Euro spec motorcycle, according to these people.
Which bike? I'm.
And it's a motorcycle that I could care less if it comes back.
Now I'm intrigued.
Is it the Street 750?
No,
A 500?
the Breakout.
Oh, God.
Oh.
So from somebody in Australia has found a list. Now these were all EU bikes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do they still make the Breakout?
Well, that's the thing. I don't. For us, no.
Yeah. Oh, I know not for us.
Yeah.
Okay, but I don't know about the foreign markets because foreign markets got some Harley Softails that, like the Rocker was a fantastic bike in Australia. Nobody wanted it here. So, like that's the thing. The Breakout might have went away last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
There, so I don't know. So that's the thing. If we see something, it'll be something like that. Here's what I want to see.
Not a Breakout.
Not a Breakout.
Not a Breakout.
I would like to see, think Lowrider ST,
Mm-hmm.
but not as a ST.
Okay.
Like basically, I think it would be dope if they would build a Lowrider ST, standard engine, chromed out, anniversary bike.
I think that would be pretty
It would
cool.
sell.
I think it would. I think it would
Yeah,
sell.
I think it would as
Because I don't know what colors the thing is. In 18, it was blue and black. So just picture those colors, the blue and black from 2018 that they did for the 150th anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
Picture a Lowrider ST in that blue and black two-tone. The chrome engine, chrome forks.
I think that would look pretty good.
maybe chrome wheels or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of like it.
It would definitely sell.
I think
It would sell, yeah.
I think a non-ST model
ST.
Lowrider ST.
A non-ST.
A non-ST,
ST.
ST.
I think a chrome Lowrider ST would sell.
Yeah, I agree with you.
It would, yeah.
And I think if you make it an anniversary model, it would sell.
There's
even
more
better.
appeal.
Well, I think there's people that are buying that bike not because they want an ST, a Lowrider ST.
They want the fairing.
They want,
Yeah, they want the fairing.
a touring bike in a small package.
Yeah.
And if you go back to in the early episodes and listen to me and Lewis, we talk about that.
Yeah.
We talk about how Harley needs to build a Softail bagger.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
Well-
they've done that.
Yeah, they have. That's what the ST is.
Yeah.
But that's the problem. It's an ST.
Yeah.
it's not a. It's something special. It's not a regular motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
True.
So making one that's a little bit less special, but special.
Yes. Yeah.
Got it.
Makes sense, yeah.
For all those at home, less special, but still special.
For everybody following along at home, I want you to draw a circle, right? So, no, I hope we don't see the breakout. I know there's breakout lovers, but
Don't talk about cooter like that.
when you're in areas that have straight roads, it's fine.
Yeah. We don't live
We
in
don't
one of those
live in-
areas.
No.
Yeah.
No, we don't. So, on that conversation of the resurrection, current previous models, an Icon model for 2023. So we had an Icon model in 21,
Which one was?
the Revival.
Oh, that's
yeah,
right.
Okay.
Yes.
We had an Icon model in 22, Diablo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do we get for Icon in 23?
Mm.
There's only 2 other bikes. So when
Because I really
say
like
this-
the Revival.
When I say
See,
this,
I like that one too.
so the Revival, and that's the thing. Those 2 bikes, what the Diablo is based on and what the Revival is based on, were not necessarily anything like.
Yeah, they were just.
They weren't special when those bikes were out.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
bikes.
Yeah.
They've become iconic bikes now, though. So the only 2 bikes I can really immediately think of, well, actually I can think of 3. Now that I sit here and think about it. The only 3 motorcycles I could think of that they could do icons on were all special motorcycles, though, when they came out.
Okay.
All 3 of them are Softails.
Ah,
What
okay.
are you thinking?
One of them they can't do because one of them was a Springer.
Why can't they do that?
Because they don't currently make a Springer.
They have the technology.
They're junk.
They can bring it back.
They're junk and. No.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
Marcus said a Harley is junk, and it wasn't the breakout.
No, I said Springers are junk. I'm talking about the front suspension. Would I like to have a Springer bike? Yeah. But they're freaking bar hoppers. I mean, come
Oh
on.
yeah.
You
Big
know,
bear front end.
me and Troy.
They're still
yeah,
cool
me and
looking,
Troy
though.
talked about this the other day, and because he has a Heritage Springer,
It's more of a visual.
and he's like, you know,
It is,
I can ride it like I can my street glide. But when he goes on long rides, he takes a street glide for a reason.
Oh, yeah.
Which
Yeah.
makes sense.
So it's like I said,
They
not
made a
only
bike for a certain aesthetic.
people ride
Yeah.
around the country on them all the time, but those guys that'll sit here and argue with me that the Springer front end is better than the other front end, that's because they've never rode the other front end for an extended period of time.
No, that
It's the same thing with the people that sit here and argue with me that the Rev Max is dog shit, have no experience with a Rev Max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Rev Max is a
I
modern
met
engine.
mechanics for other dealers. And I've talked to them about Rev Max, and they're like, "Oh, it's dog shit." And I'm like, "How much time have you spent around it?" He's like, "Oh, I rebuilt one." And I'm like, "Have you actually like gone out and ride one?" I don't have to another jump. Okay, talk to me after
Yeah.
you ride it.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
give 2 shits that you've rebuilt one. I don't.
It doesn't
Because when
matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Dude, in 2018, I can't tell you how many places on the internet everybody was talking about how the Milwaukee 8 was junk and they had all these problems.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
40,000 miles, not the first freaking problem.
Yep.
True.
Because what did I do? I rode one.
It's amazing
You didn't
what
let it sit
experience will
either.
do.
Yeah.
Hold on. Wait,
So,
Marcus actually
anyways.
rides his bike and it doesn't just sit in the garage?
Right.
So, one of them was a Springer, which was the bad boy. So 96, 97,
Okay.
Softail Springer. It's called a bad boy.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right? All these bikes are from the 90s.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's kind of...
And they've gone up.
Yeah.
Like, as in, we started in the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
And then we did, I guess, the 70s, 80s. I don't know what year that the FXR that the Diablo is based on. This might have been 80s.
Seems
I
like
think
an
it was
80s bike.
80s.
But I'm looking at 90s now. So, the Fat Boy Silver Ghost, or whatever it's called. The first Fat Boy.
Oh, yeah.
The silver one with the yellow trim.
Oh, yeah, I've seen pictures of that one.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Could do a Fat Boy icon to go back to that.
You mean they're not going to bring back the Confederate?
No. And here's why I said it on Fat Boy.
Yeah.
I might be mistaken,
What year
but
did
I'm
the
pretty
Fat
sure
Boy come out in?
See, that's the problem. I think it was actually like 90. So 2000 would have, or 2020 would have been a better year to do that, but 2020 is not.
Well, that's what I was going to ask, because if
So
you're talking
an anniversary.
about a 30-year anniversary for the Fat Boy.
That's the thing. That's the thing. The third bike has a 30th anniversary this year.
Okay.
Which, that's a good excuse to
do it, yeah.
Not only does the third bike have an anniversary this year, it's an extremely iconic motorcycle with motorcycle collectors.
Yes.
It was produced for 1 year, went away, and then they ended up making an entire new motorcycle based on it.
That would be a good one to be, and they still make the bike.
No, the bike I'm talking about currently. A Harley Nostalgia.
Oh.
1993. It's what?
Oh.
They made it 93 only, and in 2005 they came back out with the Nostalgia, but didn't call it a Nostalgia. They called it a Softail Deluxe.
Yep. Yep.
And
which is my favorite.
And 2 years ago, Harley Davidson quit making the Softail Deluxe. And do you know how much commotion there has been and people up in arms and mad that they quit producing the Softail Deluxe?
Oh, that's by far my favorite Harley is a Deluxe. I love it.
That's actually not a bad looking bike.
It looks like a Heritage, right?
Yeah, it looks like a
Heritage.
So
a Deluxe
stripped down
was well, no, he's looking at a 93 Nostalgia.
Yeah, I'm looking at a 93.
So a 93 Nostalgia. Okay. That was why, so like, you know how the alphabet soup, like how my bike is a FLHXS. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. A Deluxe, like when I had my 09 Deluxe, is a FLSTN. And everybody went, well, what does the N stand for? Because it's all the other letters made sense. The N stands for nostalgia because it was based on that bike.
Which makes sense.
What they
I
did
can see
was
the
Deluxe.
Yeah, I can
they
see
took
that
a
one.
Heritage.
Yeah.
Okay. They took everything off of it that made a Heritage a Heritage. The passenger backrest and the windshield and the saddlebags and all the other stuff. And they gave it a very much more 60s nostalgia film on the Deluxe.
I do like the Deluxe.
Almost like a beach bar style from the factory.
Yeah, bars.
Wider bars. It had like the big chrome trim ring around the back of the seat and stuff like that. The Deluxe was a very sought after motorcycle for its, we'll say, 15-year run, because that's a run about what it ran for. And there's a lot of people that miss that motorcycle.
Yeah.
When they redid the bikes in 2018, the Softails in 2018, there was a lot of people that were not happy with what they did with the Deluxe. They changed the tombstone tail light that it ran for years on the rear. They changed to some rectangular shaped blinkers and stuff like that. People did not like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay? People still want Deluxes. Deluxes still sell.
Oh, yeah.
That wouldn't be a bad one to pull out of the collection.
Good
idea.
If they did it and they could do some way to tie it into the 93 nostalgia. Like I said, it'd be super dope to see a Bad Boy. I've always liked Bad Boys.
Yeah.
Okay, which like I said, 96, 97 Springer, look it up real quick. A Bad Boy is one of those bikes that you and I can't tell you how many times we've been at Bike Week and I go, oh crap, that's a Bad Boy! And I'll about drop my motorcycle in the middle of the road because I love Bad Boys. Because it was one of those things where it was a full blacked out bike before Harley was really blacking out motorcycles.
Yeah.
Dude, 96, 97. Blacked out though.
Yeah. I mean,
there was only a couple bikes through the years that they did. The Bad Boy is also a very iconic motorcycle in Harley Davidson's history. The problem is there's so many motorcycles that are iconic in Harley Davidson's history. I personally really only know about the ones from 90s and later because when I first started working at the dealership,
I like that yellow and black.
In the mid-2000s, you're talking about bikes that were 10 to 12 years old. They were still being rode. I mean, like a bad boy was less than a 10-year-old motorcycle. We had guys coming in for service.
Yeah. Which makes sense.
You see what I'm saying? It wasn't like, oh, this is an iconic bike.
Yeah.
So guys that maybe
that was just a bike that you could buy.
Guys that maybe listening to this that were around in the that were at dealerships in '95. Okay, they saw FXRTs roll in for service. It was just, oh yeah, here's an FXRT. And now if we have an FXRT in our parking lot, half our staff goes outside and takes pictures of it.
I mean, that's true.
Well, and that's like with anything. As time goes on, you don't see them as much. They're not on the showroom floor anymore.
Yeah.
It's now becoming collectible and heritage.
That being said, your iconic Dyna, I think, to me, the standout iconic Dyna would be the Lowrider S. But they technically still make the Lowrider S.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it'll be interesting to talking about that, it'll be interesting to see, 20, 30 years from now, what are the current model bikes that people are like, man, I want another one of those.
And
what's collectible
I'm not
and what's just...
My assumption of the nostalgia, the kind of the one, is also based on something that I saw one of the Australian magazines. They had 3 models listed, or highlighted on this article that they saw on this release list or whatever. One of them was it was Alphabet Soup, and it was a breakout. One of them. Yeah, but that was the thing.
But then again, that's Australia.
Right, because that was the other thing. They were like, oh, the RH 975. And I'm like, the Nightster.
Oh.
I'm like, we already have a Nightster. I don't understand. So that's what I'm saying. Models from country to country are different. But the other one on there, they got, I didn't know the model, and they were talking about it and everything. And the imagery was used for, or referenced old Panhead.
Mm-hmm.
But the way they were talking about it reminded me of a nostalgia.
Yeah.
And immediately I was like, oh, if they still had a deluxe.
There you go. There's your
build that on the deluxe.
But then again, the heritage platform, though.
Right, but what I say they do is what they would do if they did like a deluxe or whatever. They would just take a heritage and strip it down and sell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the deluxe also had different wheels and stuff like that than what were in the heritage.
Or hear me out, an Icon SS 125. From the
Icon for 2023 is going to be a Harley Davidson MT 500.
How funny would that be? And people would buy the crap out of it.
What, an MT 500? Or a Z90? Or an SS 125?
A Z90.
So.
Jeez.
Comes back with the Aramaki AMF era logos and everything.
Dude, hold up now. They could bring back an AMF era.
But that's what I'm saying. You want to talk
model
about? You want to talk about nostalgia?
Do that paint job.
I know everybody craps on the AMF era bikes,
but that's the thing. Guys our age that are kind of Harley elitist. That's not you. I'm talking about guys our age that are that are kind of Harley elitist. Their whole imagery, everything they base everything on, blue ribbon with your sweatshirt. They had the sports shirts that had the red, white, blue stripe.
Yeah,
dude, that's AMF era striping.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
that imagery came out with the AMF era of Harley Davidson.
And as much as everybody likes to crap on that era of bikes because they weren't
the 2023 Harley Davidson Icon is going to be a bowling pin.
Yep.
Well, you could do that with a Fat Boy. The wheels just do 3 holes in the
You're a Fat Boy doubles. If you lay it on its side, you can pick up bowling pins to clean your lane.
Jeez.
So.
But I think bringing back maybe one of those color paint schemes from that era. So regardless of what bike you put it on, whatever the icon.
Like I said, it'd be really interesting.
Cool. And that's just me. I'm not a Harley person in any way. I just like the, the 80s, 90s nostalgia of it. I think that'd be.
Yeah. AMF is not 80s, 90s.
Was it not? I thought it was 80s.
No, that's late 70s.
I thought that was 70s, wasn't it?
I thought that was late 80s when they got.
No, it's probably early 80s. Like, I think the Evo was, like, the first, like, non-AMF engine.
Okay. I'm just kidding.
We can look up, do some research.
I'm getting my timelines mixed up.
We can look up and do some research after this, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm pretty sure it was, like, 70s was the AMF era.
Okay.
Before bowling was invented. That's 1870, right? Or probably 1670, I don't know. No, Fred Flintstone bowled. Man, that's like 7.
Yeah.
It's like year 7 that bowling was invented. Anyways, one last thought about what?
They did make it into the 80s.
What, 81?
81 was
Yeah.
Well,
But okay, so you're right. But I'm talking about the color patterns. Sorry, that's
because
it
just
continued.
red, white, and blue.
Well, it continued into the 80s. The AMF styling colors did continue, and that's
Yeah.
yeah.
What year did they take it over? Like early 70s or late 60s?
69.
Okay. So the
60
70s. So when we say the AMF era was the 70s.
Yes, that is correct.
That's it.
Yes.
It was the 70s. It was literally the 70s.
The 70s.
The entire 70s.
69 to 81.
there you
Yes,
go. The entire
yes.
70s.
To February of 81.
Yes. Yeah. Just round out those leftovers from the 70s into 1980.
But for point of argument, 80.
Which we all know that the even year is just the leftover from the year before. They don't really start until the next year.
But, sorry, go ahead.
No. Wednesday, like I said, the video comes out Wednesday. I'm going to watch it Wednesday. Daniel's going to try and make it to watch it with me.
If they don't keep me for my eye appointment too long,
I'm aware.
it's up to the women.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Me and her have already had
We got to torture you a little bit.
The last thing, we won't go into detail on it because we talked about it the other night. I'm hoping to see them talk. I mean, just talk. Don't try and sell us on it. Just mention it. The QJ350 on that video. Whether they do the 350 or the 500. I just hope that they mention it.
I unfortunately have a feeling this is going to be like the Bronx. It's not going to...
It's happening.
It's in the American market. Like, to actually sell.
Exactly. It's not happening to sell, but it is happening in the American market. Dealers will have them for Riding Academy. We've already gotten the full... It's going to be a Riding Academy motorcycle.
Okay.
Because I know me and you, outside of the podcast, had discussed that. And
Correct.
at the time, it was up in the air.
Correct. And the only reason that bike was not like a hush, hush, don't really talk about it type motorcycle.
Because it was already sort of being made.
Was because QJ can't keep the mouth shut.
What do they care?
So, exactly. So
They just want our secrets. They don't care.
it would be interesting to see one. Obviously, we won't see one at our dealership right now.
Yeah.
Because we don't have Riding Academy.
Sounds like you need to start one. Just to get the bikes in.
We can't do Riding Academy in our parking lot because it's not flat.
Yeah.
Advanced Riding Academy. Slightly off level. Or buy McKay's, bulldoze it.
Well,
I mean...
what if I said
The hotel.
we could do the McKay's thing? What would you say to that?
I think that'd be awesome.
We don't own McKay's.
I know.
And I don't think McKay's would sell to us.
No, I don't think they would either.
But they don't have to because we own the property. The hotel is what I want.
Yes, I agree with you on that one.
But I also want to build a large concert venue where the hotel is.
Oh, yeah, that would be...
The city doesn't allow people to do anything that's profitable for them.
Unless it's profitable for the city.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Hey everybody, this is Sean at White Lightning Harley Davidson. I want to thank you for listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You can reach the podcast on Facebook or Instagram at The Daily Biker, or you can email the podcast at thedailybiker@gmail.com. Be sure to keep an eye on White Lightning Harley Davidson social media pages for the most up-to-date information on all our events and where you can find the boys.